improvisation. Why not? Why not? Why not have a conversation? Why not have a dance somewhere? Why not start singing? Improvisation. Why not? Why not? I'm improvising now, but it's just me speaking with music here when you're there, and that answers the question why. To make a connection somehow with the things that I have available to me, my fingers and my voice, and this lovely tool, this instrument of my desire. Why improvise? Why not? Why not have something simple that you can do anytime? It's like having a picnic lunch that you can offer to someone else at any moment when you find someone else who might be hungry. That's why to improvise. Why improvise? Why not memorize the life you want to have and try to live it perfectly, exactly the way that you think you should? Why improvise? Because something might happen that you never expected to happen. Why not? Why not? Why not? Let your fingers play across the strings of your life. Why not? Why improvise? Why not try to get it perfect so you never look bad, so you never sound bad, so no one ever sees you except the way that you want them to see you? Why not? Because then they never see you. They never hear you the way you are. You never find something you never expected to find. Why improvise? That's why. If you have any questions, you can put them in a chat. I may even be able to see it. Think of that. I have a commitment to myself to be visible, to come here and tell you about improvisation, because that's part of what I do. It's interesting because half of the time I'm a composer, and that means that I'm writing down exactly or somewhat exactly what I'm giving to someone else to do. So I might write down something like, I think this is way out of tune, but I might write, I might write down exactly that so that someone else could play it. And I play it the same way. I play the same notes every time. But the other half of the time when I'm performing, I'm improvising. And that's a very different thing. So when I'm improvising, I might take an idea. So that was exact notes, but an idea might be something like, so. A rhythm and a harmony, so it creates a sense of atmosphere and a beat. And then it's like I'm dancing with the instrument. And if I get tired of that harmony, I can change the harmony and I can go back. And I can play with the place that I play it on the instrument, and I can play with the way that I play it. I could play it here and take it back and let it go. And then I'm improvising. It's like I'm dancing with the music and I'm following it. It's like I'm following my fingers, and my fingers are following themselves, and they're following my ear. So it's following, it's following, it's following, and I love the feeling of following. And almost dancing and getting caught in a rhythm. I don't know that it's going to be there, but suddenly there it is. And that's what improvising is like. It's about starting with something very, very simple. So that was just that one little idea. idea, a little musical idea that doesn't mean anything. It's not a symphony. It's not even a melody. It's not even a song. It's just an idea. And you can move it around once you get an idea. So that's what I'm going to be teaching in the 5-day HARP Improv Challenge. The idea of working with an idea to play music rather than working with specific notes. And I believe there is a link to the challenge, but you can always just go to hipharp.com/challenge. And that's hip as in cool, harp as in the instrument. So improvisation. To be able to improvise is like being able to fly. It's being free. It means that the instrument is like an open field. For exploring. So it's a dance partner. It turns the instrument into a dance partner, and it turns the strings into an open field for flying by taking simple ideas. So let's find another simple idea. We'll try this. Starting with an A minor, a little cluster, and a little rhythm that goes with it. First it was in my 2 hands, and then I took it in this hand, so that this other hand could be free. And then I move it around to a different place on the instrument, and it has a different sound, sound, and then I take it back to where I began. And I can move it back, and I can change the rhythm, and it always comes back. Starting with a very simple idea, that idea of the cluster on the A minor chord. I don't even have to know what an A minor chord is. And then I move it down again. Then I bring it back to where I started. And that's just a little improvisation based on a very simple idea. But I got to dance with it for a little moment. That's the point of improvising. Then I bring it back, always coming back. Not that I really have to, but I can. When I first started playing the harp, I thought that I had to play harp music. And however, I also had to make a living because I had to pay for my harp. And I couldn't play very much harp music. And so I realized, even though I felt that it was at the time, cheating, I realized that I had to improvise. And it's just been such an incredible freedom for me and for my life. And that's one of the reasons that I love to teach it to people. And what I discovered is that so many people think that music is the notes, that music is this one specific thing. And, you know, like if you see the notes on the page or you hear a piece of music, that's what music is. But you can take it apart and you can see how music works, and you can learn simple parts of it, and you can build it up again. You can treat it like a seed, like it's a garden, or you can look at it like, well, I loved when I was a kid taking machines apart, like typewriters and stuff apart. And then, you know, I would put them back together, but there'd be always extra parts. And, you know, how would you play with those? So it's also about playing. And I am delighted that interesting. So Connie's saying, I can dream up melodies, but I have a real problem adding chords to a root note. So Connie, I'm going to suggest to you to consider not thinking about chords, but thinking about shapes. Thinking about finding a note that you like to sound like if you make a melody. Also, a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of repetition in music, and there's a lot of repetition in improv. And if the melody just keeps going and keeps going, sometimes it's hard, unless you already have a harmonic idea or a bass idea or an accompaniment idea. It's hard to know what to add. But if you find one note that you like, so I'm just moving my right hand around. I found an A down here. I like the sound of it. There's some shapes that will predictably sound better than others. And one of them is called the 1-5-10. So if you count up from that low note, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or actually even a 1 and a 5, adding a 5, you can predict that will sound okay. It's raining here, so the harp's going out of tune. And it's predictable that was the 1 and the 5. You can add a 10 above that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a shape. It's a musical shape, but you can predict that it'll sound pretty good. And you can take the top 2 notes and move them around. Take them back to the 1-5-10 and see if you can move them. So part of improvising has to do with shape, and that's part of what people are going to learn in the 5-day improv challenge, is learning in a very different way. So part of it is shape, and then part of it is that a different kind of listening. A lot of people will listen to their playing and be assessing every single moment of every single beat. And if you assess music that way, and especially when you're learning and you're exploring, you're just going to get stuck, because so it has more to do with moving and getting a general feeling of the music, and then looking for shapes. At least that's how I often look at it. That's how I often approach improvisation. It's more like a dance and less like I'm thinking of harmonies and things exactly in that way of learning music, in the learning music way. It's a different engagement. Connie says, "Oh, where are my earrings?" That's really funny. Where are my earrings? Oh, they're over here. I do have some pretty big earrings tonight. I'll put them on. And I'll be, oh, I have to actually plug my phone, plug this in. And then I was going to ask, I favor, you said, Connie's saying, I favor DAB. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful shape. So what I just did is, like that was a really nice left-hand shape, DAB. And then I immediately sort of heard a rhythm. So that I'm hearing, it's so out of tune. So that I'm hearing how they fit together. But I've been doing this for years. So if I was just starting, I'd go, I'd do one and then do the other hand, this hand, and then this hand, and then this hand. Before I tried to put them together, I'd play them, back and forth. The other thing that I would do is after I played that for a while, I'd move it down a step and see what happens. So there's a sense that it's moving somewhere and moving back. So you can take any idea like DAB and it could become something, could become a lot of stuff. Okay, but Connie is saying, wait a minute, let me get this off of there and get my captions back on there. Connie is saying, I'm stuck. Okay, well, that's why, Connie, you're going to want to come to the, and I'm pretty sure you've already signed up for it, but a lot of people get stuck. I love how you write, I'll eat the messages later. So a lot of people do get stuck for a lot of reasons. And one of the reasons they get stuck is because they don't necessarily have like I have a whole book of ideas. It's not a book, but ideas that I've found through my life. So that and what you'll learn in the 5-day improv challenge is one of those ideas. But there are an infinite number of ideas, but it's a great place to start. And this challenge is different. Oh, so you don't have a plan. I think that it can be helpful to have a little bit of a plan instead of just or a little bit of structure. I always experience that structure supports freedom. So structure supports creative freedom. In the method that I teach and the method that I developed, structure is always at the heart of creative freedom, because then I don't have to sit there and listen and assess, but I can actually, I can dance with what I'm doing. And what you'll learn in the 5-day improv challenge is, well, it's more than one, but one of those ideas that you can play with. And once you start collecting ideas, then you can switch from one to another and you can combine them and stuff like that. But I think it's very difficult if you don't have sort of a stable of ideas or a book of ideas or a pile of ideas. I think it can be very hard. You can get stuck. And some of those ideas have to do with, once you get one idea, how do you move from that idea? How do you take that idea and expand it? A lot of times people don't know how, where, in what direction would you expand it? Like, what does that even mean? So anyway, those are the things that I love to teach. Those are the things that I love to think about. And one of the reasons that I love to both teach them and think about them are because the ideas of improvisation are true no matter what your technical level. So whether you've been playing an instrument all your life or you've just been playing for a few months, the concepts of improvisation are exactly the same. And they will give you freedom within the technical ability that you have. And that to me is really magical. That's the kind of thing that I love. Something that is not graded like, oh, you're this good, so you play this. You're good, this good, so you play this. But all the people that I work with are adults, so they can all understand concepts. So then each of them applies it in their own way. And that's what we're going to do. So if you haven't already signed up for the 5-day challenge, I think there's a link. But again, you can just go to hipharp.com/challenge, or I think you can just go to hipharp.com, and I think that the link, I'm just going to check that. I think the link is right there on the page. I think you just have to scroll down just a little bit. Maybe not. Oh, yes. Okay, easy peasy. Just go to hipharp.com. I can share my screen with you and show you. This is exciting. Okay, let me see if I can do this. And let's hope that I don't end up with some words. So I hope that you can see this. This is my homepage, hipharp.com. And right there, you can link to it right there. Join now for free. And there you get it. You can just join right there. So I hope that came across in the live. It starts on Monday. Oh, no, wait, you didn't get to see it. Okay, here we go. All right, now you can go to my homepage, which is hipharp.com, and look at that. Boom, it comes right in there. Starts September 13th. Join now, and you can register for free. So anybody who hasn't seen that, go and grab that. Oh, I see. And now I'm back. Okay, I am going to head to bed. And I hope that I will see you all improvising very soon. Farewell. Good night. I'll see you again soon, I hope.